I'm Kaleb, I'm 32. Avid outdoorsman, married with 2 kids. They mean the world to me. And I struggle daily with anxiety, depression, ADHD, all the above. It affects me in ways that I very rarely show to anybody. I keep most of my issues bottled up inside, put away, and find my alone time to deal with them on my own, whether it be here at the gym or driving a tractor or on a road trip, going hunting. You know, those are my times that I pull that bottle out, open it up, and deal with what I've got going on. Was in the Army for 6 years, deployed to Afghanistan for about a year. Seen and did some things that have stuck with me, you know, since we left from over there. And that's in my mind daily. And then I lost my best friend on the way to pick me up to go hog hunting one afternoon. And he crashed about a mile from my house, and we lost Ryan. So that, I still blame myself for that, even though it happened in 2009. But up to this day, I still feel that if we wasn't going to do something, you know, he'd still be here. So that is a big part of, I think, what started this. Because it's only been, I've only noticed this stuff for the last 5-6 years. And I don't know if I was just younger, was too busy to realize something was really going on or what, but since I've got older, I've started to realize that mental health and mental illness is a real issue. And it's not, and I just believe now that social media is such a big thing that it's able to be broadcasted and talked about more than, you know, when we was growing up, you know. But ever since he passed and then deploying, I struggle daily with all those 3 things. Stuff around the house, I'd get so worked up about a little thing, like a door handle, needing to replace a door handle. And just the worry of being able to go get the handle and put it on and, you know, make sure it works right, you know, to being depressed and wanting to lock myself in away from everybody, even my wife and kids. You know, I've put them through bad times because of my inner darkness. You know, I cut them off, I cut my friends off, don't talk to nobody, you know, for a couple days, and I fall in a rut and can't come out of it. And it really does take a toll physically, mentally, financially, emotionally. It does affect everything, you know, from waking up in a good mood or a bad mood, or trying to spend the day uptown with my wife, or, you know, going to my, you know, kids' sporting events. It does take a toll. And even with the dealing with all this, we've been members of the gym since 2016, I believe. And for several years, we were avid, you know, 3, 4, 5, sometimes 6 days a week, you know, participated in any, you know, competitions we could, any big workouts, cookouts, Christmas parties. You know, we was a part of everything we could be, you know. It was a second family, a second house for us to be at. And it's probably been a year and a half, maybe 2 years of distant coming here and there, and once we got out of that routine I fell back into the rut of being, depressed, and, was afraid that, I'd done missed too much to start over and, to come back. So the gym was, for several years was another helpful tool that I had in the bag, with my few other things I can do to, break through and be happy for a while and to deal with it. The gym was a very big part, coming to do workouts and stuff like that, being around, positive vibes and good spirits. It was a very helpful time to be around all that. But now that we've been distant, it's starting to catch back up, more bad days than good days, and that boils over to household issues, work issues, friend issues. So it is tough to be here as a man, to bring any of this to the light, because the way I was raised is, the man is the strong one of the family. The man takes care of, the wife, the kids. He is the man of the household, and I'm still that way, still the father figure to my kids, and still the rock for my wife, the shoulder for her to lean on when she needs it. But there's such a stigma, of a man not to show weakness. So it is tough, for men to, talk about it to one another or talk about it to whoever. My wife was the main driving factor behind me wanting to open up and learn how to deal with this. Not that she's, pushing me into doing it, but I'm seeing what my problems are causing our marriage, the household. I'm starting to realize that my problems are affecting them. So it's time for me to learn how to open up when I'm having my bad days about stuff that, I've seen and done, from losing family and friends. It's time to not bottle it up and to be open with what's going on that day, why I'm in a bad mood, why I don't want to talk. Not to be weak about it, but just realize that you can still be that strong man in everybody's eyes. And you can still talk to somebody about it. And I just really started to feel that out of all people, my wife should not be the one catching the burden of my issues. So that was a lot of why I'm starting to try and open up and talk things through, and be there for her on her days, and in return, she's always there for me on my days. Whether it's a simple, I know something's going on, I'm here if you need me, or whether it's, brings me a milkshake from Chick-fil-A, and it's like, hey, I can really tell something's going on, I got one, you got one, let's go sit on the swing in the backyard, you know, and just sit there and drink a milkshake. So a lot of it has to do with her and my kids, you know. I want to do right by them, and if this is gonna help to do right by them, you know, then it's what I'm gonna do. Like I say, you know, 5, 6, maybe 7 years ago, you know, that's when I started to realize that, you know, me personally, you know, I did have something that, you know, some type of, I'm not gonna call it a illness, you know, whatever it's called, but I did have something, you know, going on that I heard other people talk about, or, you know, saw on, you know, a TV station or something, and we had worked out while I was in the military at, you know, a few local gyms at the different, you know, posts I was at in the Army. And I just remember sitting on the couch one day and like, let's try a gym, you know, let's do something. And the church we were going to, they had a little gym upstairs, whatever, and we was good friends with one of the guys that was helped run it and stuff like that. So we reached out to him and, well, hey man, you know, we want to be involved, you know, come work out with you. He's like, yeah, absolutely, bro, you know, y'all are like family to me, y'all come on. So we started working out at the church and started meeting some people, and then he transitioned to FullTilt. And it was just before the CrossFit Open in 2016, I believe. Instead of meeting at church, we meet at the building, the old FullTilt. We'd meet there, and that's when we met Derek, the owner, and Crystal, the owners. We met them, and you know, we're still working out with Tyler. And the stipulation was from Derek. He said, "I'll let y'all train here with Tyler. However, y'all do the CrossFit Open." Granted, we'd never done CrossFit before. You know, we was always just your big stereotypical gym goers. You know, go in there, work out by yourself for an hour and a half, then leave. So we were like, well, we've made good friends already just working out with my friend. So I said, let's give it a shot. So we did the Open, and honestly fell in love with it. I mean, after about a week, everybody knew who we was. We'd always come at the same time in the afternoon, and that's when it started to become like family. And so we signed up, became members of the gym officially later on that year. And for several years, you know, every day cookouts. And it was easy to deal with what I had going on because I knew there were other people in the gym going through the same thing. And that whenever I was first coming here, I realized how happy everybody was going through the horrible workouts that we decided to do as CrossFitters. But everybody was so happy and loved it. And I was like, man, this is it right here, you know. Then meeting the coaches and, you know, really getting to know the owners and stuff like that, and just everybody here having such a positive influence on everybody, you know. It truly is a big deal what they do here. They're not a big box gym to where you're just a number, you know, on a card that's clocking in. You truly are somebody's friend here, that somebody does look forward to you being here. You know, whether it be a workout partner or a coworker or whatever, you know, you do matter to somebody here.